I generally cover a lot more tech stocks on this channel than anything else. Shouldn't be that surprising. Tech has been one of the biggest industries in the stock market. It's driven a lot of the gains. Almost every top company in the entire world is at least tech adjacent. This one really isn't. Waste management, believe it or not, they do waste management. And it isn't the sexiest stock you've ever seen. It's not like gonna 3x in a year. It's not gonna Nvidia. However, this stock is going to make you money. It is. So over the last 5 years, it's slightly underperformed the S&P 500. However, if you do the 10-year, it tells quite a different story. Since 2014, this stock has 5x'd-ish, roughly. So it's performed very well. And that goes back all the way before then, too. I mean, we see crazy highs in 99, but everyone did. 2000 bubble, you all know what that is. So, but this, like I said, this stock isn't the craziest thing you've ever seen. It's probably never going to 3x, anything like that, right? But this stock is solid. It's going to make you money. I mean, one thing, when I just look at charts nonstop all day, one thing you notice is you see a trend. So in 2022, 2023, a lot of companies ran up in 2021, right? They hit those highs. 2021, they ran down. They ran sideways through 2023, and then they've ran up this year. Believe it or not, this stock has not done that. 2021, it wasn't hitting highs. In 2022, it was hitting highs, and it did run sideways to 2023. But still, this is a stock. This is a great diversification pick. I mean, not every case scenario. I can't see the future, right? However, if you're really into tech, you have a lot of tech stocks. This is a stock that is going to perform well, right? It has performed well. It's going to pay a decent dividend, but also it's not going to perform like a tech stock does, right? I love tech. I own so much tech. However, I also own stocks that are not tech because, like, as of recent, my REITs and my utility companies have done great, while my tech, as most of them are not at all-time highs. They've ran down a little bit, except for a few companies that are just performing well, right? So I was able to take some of that money, in the REITs and utility companies that have run up because rates are supposedly dropping. They have been a little bit, but everyone's expecting them to drop more. And I've been able to take that money that was diversified and put it more into tech. And then if tech really peaks, I can take some profits there, put it back down. Is that the perfect strategy in the world? No, but it mitigates some risk. It's diversification. Diversification is, for most people, a good thing because you want at least some of your stocks being doing well when most of them aren't. Now, is it 100% necessary? No. You would be fine just holding through tech downturns. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But for me personally, I like diversification. I like to not have all my eggs in one basket because I don't like to do that. This is one of those stocks, right, where it's just going to perform the way it does. It's in its own little bubble, right? It's in its own little market. It's not tech dependent. It's gonna do just fine. Okay, anyways, let's look a little bit deeper. Let's look at Ford PE. Ford PE is lower, about 29, not incredibly lower, but it is lower. It pays a decent dividend of 1.41. That's pretty good. They raised the dividend this year. Like I said, it's not like a dividend stock. This is like I said, diversification. I wouldn't quite say it's value. I think I would be misspeaking or putting an incorrect term on something to say it's a value stock, even though it's significant. Significantly above the S&P 500, right? It just is. That is reality. That is fact. So it's not value. However, I view this more similar to a value company than like an S&P 500, or like a tech company, right? Or like a dividend, right? That's where I view it as. This company is going to do well. It clearly has good management. A company does not 5x, certainly in one in this type of industry without great management. And we're always going to need, that's what they do, right? For environmental solutions, residential, commercial, industrial in the United States and Canada. Picking up, transporting waste, recyclable materials, all that sort of stuff. That is going to be needed. In 20 years, is there going to be waste that needs to be managed? Yes. And if you said no, you are wrong. or you could be wrong. You could be correct with Waste Management not doing it or being around, but I don't know how you would draw that conclusion, right? So Schwab thinks it's going to perform well. Actually, I think it's going to perform very well for a company that's non-tech to be in the top 21 percentiles of all the stocks over the next year. That's how they do their ratings. That is a rather good marker. Morningstar gives it a 2. Economic moat wide. Sure, I hate the 0, 3, 10 scaling, but I would agree with that for the most part. Buy, neutral, buy, okay ESG score. What do the analysts think? Out of 12, 5 say hold, 1 says underperform, 7 say buy or strong buy, even though more were saying hold beforehand. Yeah, is this stock at an incredible value, right, with PE like half that of the S&P 500? No, it is on the pricier side. However, if you're viewing this as a long-term hold, diversification, all that sort of thing, that's not an issue, right? You're going to buy this thing, you're going to look back in 2 to 3 years or whoever knows, and you're going to be like, oh, that's up as much as I thought it, this is? I didn't think it was up that much. I do that all the time with stocks. Certainly this kind, where it's maybe not something you're checking every day. Maybe you hold other tech stocks that you have a larger portion of your portfolio in. Yahoo Finance has just died on me. There we go. So maybe it's not one you're checking all the time, and maybe it isn't headlining your portfolio. However, Waste Management is a stock that is going to make money. It just is. It's going to be around. It's going to be doing well. It's great diversification. I like it in that sense. So I feel like I'm starting to repeat myself too much. So I think that's where I'm going to try to wrap this video. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you left a like, subscribed. It really helps the channel out. Whenever someone watches and leaves a like on a video, the algorithm really seems to pick it up and the video does much better. So like I said, I appreciate all you guys watching, and I'll catch all you next time. See you later.